certain assets are well accentuated, and I greatly enjoy that stuff.
Yes. The character design in that game, amazing. Hands down, some of the best character design I've seen.
I mean, they're literally taking characters that are already some of the absolute best character design characters that we know of in modern media, so I would hope so.
Yeah, but it's the art direction, right? Like, just everything looks really crisp and clean and smooth, and it fits that comic book style.
I do like their art style. It tries to like marry that comic style a little bit with like the cell shading and stuff. It's really cool.
Also, Jeff the Landshark.
Jeff the Landshark is true.
I like how Jeff the Landshark has existed for like not even a decade as a character, like 5 years, and he's just like Marvel Snap and Marvel Rivals have turned him into like a fucking sensation.
Yeah. He has like his own Infinity comic, and that like people were like, where do I learn more about Jeff the Landshark? And like on Reddit, and people were like, I guess play Marvel Snap too. That's about it.
Yep.
True.
He was like made by MODOK, which makes a lot of sense, and then hung out with like Deadpool and then Gwenpool for a while, and that's kind of about it.
Some of the obscure Marvel character lore is like baffling to me. When I was watching the new season of What If, and then I watched the Howard the Duck episode, I'm like,
oh my god,
what the fuck is happening? Howard the Duck is
What If is one of my favorite things, because it gets into some of that weird shit, or alternate universe stuff, or characters that you never see.
The Agatha episode is my favorite episode that season. Hands down. I was like, I love everything about this.
Have you seen the actual Agatha show? It's like so good as a standalone.
I watched the whole thing.
Good.
It's good.
The show is very, very, very good.
Yeah, I super enjoyed it.
When did the latest What If season come
out? Like last month?
Yeah, it's pretty recent.
Okay, so we probably haven't seen that yet.
No, we have not.
Yeah, watch it. It's
noted.
Good.
Add to the date night list.
I just need to rant for a brief moment about what they did to my boy Moon Knight in Marvel Rivals, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The floor is yours.
In the comics, Moon Knight is this like, he got caught up in this deal with Khonshu, and he doesn't really get along with Khonshu at all, and they fight a lot, and they're like Khonshu constantly refers to him as my prodigal son or my disappointing son and stuff like that, and like they fight each other all the time, and occasionally Khonshu like forces him to do stuff, but he doesn't want to do it. And then in Marvel Rivals, he's like got his pom-poms out like, go Team Khonshu!
A little consistency wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, that is weird. I actually didn't think about that until you mentioned it, because I've seen the Moon Knight series too, and I'm like, I thought their relationship was a little more contentious, you know?
Yeah, I have read every Moon Knight comic that came out after like the 80s, and the way he acts in Marvel Rivals is inconsistent with all of them.
Oh, that's funny. I had no fucking idea.
To be fair, like 99% of people who even know of Moon Knight have absolutely no earthly idea anything about Moon Knight. They're just like, oh, he's Batman for Marvel. It's like, okay.
Gross overgeneralization.
I feel
it is, to the point of being offensive.
So grossly, Jesus.
I feel like at least watching the 12 episode, 8 episode Moon Knight series is like table stakes for making that character, though.
God,
yeah, but like that's pretty
Oscar
new.
Isaac.
Yeah.
I always flip his names in the wrong direction.
All I'm saying is that you're in a vast minority of people who both know Moon Knight and have any concept of what Moon Knight is. I've actually read any comics starring Moon Knight. Let me put it that way.
True.
I'm not saying that he's a bad character. I love Moon Knight. He's a fucking dork. My favorite theory is that actually all of it's in his head and he's just fucking crazy in an insane asylum somewhere.
There's at least 2 Moon Knight series that are exactly that.
Right, and those are the best ones because he doesn't interact with the rest of the universe in any consequential way most of the time.
Yeah, there's a whole series where he just keeps flipping between his different fantasies, and they actually got like 3 or 4 different artists to draw all of the entirety of the art for all of his different fantasies in different styles. So like you would see him like bust through a doorway, and then all of a sudden all of the art changes because now it's all being done by a different artist who's doing it differently because it's an entirely different like made up universe. So
that's cool. Good. That is a cool idea.
What's that little comic book panel you have saved about has anybody dated Moon Knight?
I forget which series it was, but there was somebody who was considering dating Moon Knight was like flirting with them or something, and they it was Black Widow was in a room with like Spider-Man and Iron Man and a couple of other like Avengers level heroes, and she just turns to the rest of the room and goes, "Hey, has anyone here dated Moon Knight?" And everyone goes, "No, no, no." And then Spider-Man goes, "Little bit."
Little bit. That is not the character I was thinking that was going to speak up about that.
Dude,
Exactly.
Spider-Man's got some kinks, yo.
I mean.
Dude invented web spinners, okay?
I mean,
you don't invent web spinners and not have a couple of kinks.
Dude
he's slinging
went,
some
"Dang.
web.
I feel pretty strong and can climb on walls. Now I need a way to jizz on command."
Also, let's be honest, MJ's a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, redhead, of course.
Of course.
Like, the
I
reason
co-sign.
MJ and Spider-Man are OTP, like, they're freak matches.
So
Uh,
true.
Let's not talk about that because the comics have done some stupid shit. in recent
Yeah,
times.
no, I know. People hate
Let's,
it. It's fine.
let's
I get
ignore
it.
Paul and Paul's existence and Jackpot's existence. None of that is true.
I appreciate the Reddit threads of like, if Paul was in Marvel Rivals, what would his like skill set be? And just the clowning in the threads are always great.
Ruining
Oh,
everything.
oh my
is
God.
what it
Paul
would be.
already is in Marvel Rivals. He's 100% of my teammates when I queue competitive.
Woof.
Why are you all so useless? Why are you guys such Pauls?
The problem is like 90% of the people who play Marvel Rivals wouldn't even get that reference.
I know,
Bunch of fucking consumers.
because they're Paul.
All right, everybody. I see you all in game. Let's get this party started. Paul or not. All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Arctis. Happy Monday. I'm glad everybody has survived the week in one way or the other. And if I could get well soon to see Swab from the masses. Get well soon, see Swab.
well soon, sir.
You will soon. I think I'm over the worst of it. Yesterday was misery.
Poor Swab. Yeah, it's been going around, and I am happy to stay inside. Well. Last session was a little bit of a doozy. Let's do a quick recap, and we'll get right into it today. Previously on Arctis Ascended. Going through the Great Ice Library, you have defeated many of the Mephits of the primal fears. The following have been defeated so far. The fear of being trapped, the fear of falling, the fear of being lost, the fear of disasters, and then last session, the fear of the dark. It left you all stranded in the middle of the open ocean with only a shoddy boat to keep you afloat, and Sea Swab is the only one manning the sinking vessel. The rest of you figured out easy ways to avoid the cold and the chill of the waves, and to dodge the hungry sharks and the mischievous orcas and whales that were swimming about in the deep ocean water. After collecting yourselves, either by walking on the water, flying around, or just generally being your awesome selves, you discovered various pieces of the boat, flotsoming around. I know that's not actually a verb, but you know what? We're gonna run with it. Flotsoming around in the ocean, in which you were able to rebuild your boat and hopefully make it to shore. However, after another influx of Whale Doodle Part 2, you had discovered that there was a cause to this storm. A malefic maelstrom devil was the one responsible for the storms and the sinking of the ship, and was not going to let you go without bargaining first. And what you had learned in the process was that Sea Swab may or may not have, well, he definitely did, turned a blind eye to the storms for a certain period of time, allowing other catastrophes to happen which he could easily ignore. One major one being the sinking of Kozlov's ship, which, carrying a bunch of explosives, he presumed exploded over the open ocean and caused, in no small part, the founding of Rascal's Reef. But with all this aside, and figuring the darknesses inside of us all along, you managed to barter with the devil and relive Seaswab's memories. And by being towed by 2 orcas, made it back to shore. And thus, the fear of the dark was triumphed over once again by our party of brave warriors. Coming back into the Ice Library archives, there wasn't really a lot of tension around Seaswab. Things have happened. You have triumphed over the various evils that have arisen as he turned a blind eye, and things are just, well, how they are. If you wish to talk about it more, you may. But, as you have triumphed over the darkness, only 3 primal fears remain: violence, mourning, and death. Mourning and death are not available to you currently. And thus, the only one you have left is the primal fear of violence. One Mephit is currently lost in memory. Losted is no longer a part of this story, and is probably hiding somewhere in the back of Rain's mind. The other Mephits have gathered in the center of the Ice Library archives, chittering amongst themselves, awaiting to see who their next master may be. If you all triumph over the primal fears, surely you would have no trouble triumphing over Vanix himself, and becoming his nightmare to boot. But the hardest nightmares remain. As you leave the primal fear of darkness, Kozlo, you had found the essence of nightmarish shrouds, which will disable some of Vanix's most powerful abilities and contain the pure crystallized essence of the dark. The next room, the Violence Room, is counterclockwise to the south. You may begin as you find yourself back in the Great Ice Library. The chittering of the Mephits can be heard outside, and the door to the Darkness Room is open.
I've got 10 gold. They don't return from the dark. Don't be foolish. You think some adventurers like that will just drown so easy? They can all swim. They could probably all fly. One's a literal bird. A bird that's a sailor. Have you ever heard of something so ridiculous? What do you think a duck is? What's a duck? A duck is just a bird that's a sailor. He's his own boat. What about a seagull? What's a seagull?
The chittering of the Mephits continues.
Can I hear them?
Yes.
Kozlo's just taking notes on all of this.
I was just waiting for the swallow comparison to come around.
What is the average airspeed of a laden swallow?
A duck is a bird that's its own boat.
Well, what is a kenku then? I don't really know. Is he his own boat? Can he make a boat? Can he conjure a boat? I don't think so, but I know he has the fear. The open water. Ah, yes. That I can smell. That fear on him smells like seaweed and rotting fish. Yes, quite like the open ocean. Each fear does have
I didn't know that there was a racism method.
What? What? We're not being... What? No, you've got it all wrong. Oh, you're back.
Oh, shit,
oh,
you're going to get cancelled now.
Welcome back. We were just commenting on your unique smell.
Do you guys want to just go? You guys want to go straight to Vanix now? I can demand to see the manager.
Well, No. No, we were just commenting on your prowess.
Phoenix is like, look, I can tolerate ending the world on the back of the cosmic dragon by infecting him with nightmares, but I draw the line at racism.
My malevolence is for everyone.
Yes, we were just commenting on the unique scent of your fear. Yes, like the fresh, open ocean in its most natural state.
I didn't know I had to fear hatred.
No, we don't hate. We just grossly generalize. Surely
Isn't there one of you that's like literally named Hated or something like that?
hate is not a primal fear. Hate is merely a strong, lesser emotion that's easily controlled.
He's just gonna shake his head in disapproval. Whatever. Who's next?
I'm not mad. I'm just bird disappointed.
That's right.
Vanix is an equal opportunity employer. He just wants everybody to know, like...
You know what they say.
In bird culture, this is considered a dick move.
A dick move.
A dick move.
Just pointing out that, you know, there's a lot of Mephits in this room. Not seeing a great diversity in the hiring practices, Vanix.
They're all purple Mephits, too. Like, what does that say? Just, you know,
They're just-
a little icky.
What are you saying? We all look the same.
Are you saying that, you know, there just was no mauve Mephits that, you know, applied for the job? What
Well,
you're trying to say?
the taupe Mephits found to be not very frightening. Purple is such a dreadful color. Ugh.
Oh, so you're saying it's a result of the color of their skin, then?
I would never say something like that.
I'm sure their C-suite is all old white methods.
Oh.
They're all over the age of 55.
You heard something about HR, right?
You can
No,
borrow our HR department. You'll love him. His name's Mr. Ticklefingers.
no, we've already discussed that HR is one of the pinnacle primal fears. Everyone fears HR. Everyone.
Such a powerful fear that they're not even represented here. They couldn't even, like, they couldn't slum it to come down here.
We
Well, you know,
couldn't
in
push a
standard,
fear.
in standard HR, you know, policy, they don't actually do the work. They just, you know,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
fill out spreadsheets about whether or not you did the work.
Yes, step 1, an 8-step hiring process. Step 2, we put you in front of a magical screen and have you answer common sense questions about how to treat your fellow man. Step 3, we place you into a room of the opposite gender and just see what fucking happens.
Oh, don't forget the completely anonymous employee feedback survey.
Oh, yes! I forgot about step 5. And then step 6, annual reviews.
But
Make
maybe
sure to
people
give
do
it-
them
Reviews.
themselves.
Make sure to give the review process something, you know, catchy, like make it meaningful, but then never tell anyone what the meaning actually is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
I'm
yes.
actually already ready for violence now.
As it turns out,
As
the
it turns
violence was
out, this-
in me all along.
I know at least 3 people in this call have experienced exactly what I just described. So
It's fine. It's fine. It's
Ah,
fine.
now you come to me, the Violence Mephit. Are you tired of pussyfooting around and just want to get down to business? Yes, come closer so I can punch you in the face.
Oh, somebody just definitely missed the HR meeting on inclusive language.
I am immune to HR. I've killed HRs more powerful
Oh.
than you.
You
Okay,
should
I
start a
actually kind of like this
podcast.
guy.
There is no HR, there is only the ER.
Ooh, I like this guy too.
Damn. Damn.
You know what?
Okay.
You know, we may have started on the... I think this one's making sense.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the Joe Rogan method? What the fuck is going on?
Oh, so now you come to me, so tired of mind games and pussyfooting around. I said, come closer. I don't want to yell, but I will because it feels good.
In our defense, you did say come closer so you could punch us in the face.
Yes, that too, because I greatly enjoy it.
I don't really want to get punched in the face right now. Maybe later.
Violet balls up his hand into a tiny little fist as Seaswab approaches.
Ah, you dare approach me?
You literally just told him to.
I didn't think he would have the gall, the balls, the gumption.
Are you like a bipolar Mephit?
No, I'm just angry all the time.
Bipolar implies that there's another pole. I think he's pretty unipolar at this point.
It is a one-track mind. Watch out,
This is a
he's
flat
very
Earth
stable.
method.
Are you angry because all of your guys' tests are like easy?
No, I'm angry because my fellow Mephits are idiots. And
Did you have to do the rat one? Did you get stuck in the rat one?
No, I did not play test the other Mephits' nightmares. Don't be ridiculous. I have more and better ways to spend my time. Like punching small animals.
I haven't seen
know,
any
if
other
he
animals in here.
If he
This is
had that rat guy, probably would have been dead, honestly.
This is a library. What other animals have you seen?
Kazuo reaches into his bag and like makes sure that his spider friend isn't poking his head out.
Spider friend is hiding like,
Did I just what I thought I heard? Never mind.
Violet points at Wangdoodle and Seaswab.
You two look weak enough for me to punch in the face without any sort of retaliation.
He says without getting any closer.
Punch me in the face. See what happens. I would actually like you to try.
He quivers with anticipation.
Really, I do say I would like that very, very much. But if you manage to dissipate me, then, well, I guess you just automatically fail the trial.
I'm not saying that I would kill you instantly. I'm just saying it would hurt very badly.
Ooh, your threats are stimulating. I like
It's
you.
not a threat. It's just like a, if X then Y. I'm not saying anything. Like I'm not, threatening you.
I like you. You speak plainly. If I punch you, then you will bring untold pain onto me. That is how it should be. Ah, now we understand each other. We see eye to eye, fist to mouth, foot to face.
This is the Joe Rogan method.
Oh, God.
I'm glad we have seen each other on equal footing. Yes, this brings me great joy. The other Mephits don't understand. But now that your heart is already filled with violence, go on in. And for once, no punching required. I could have allowed you to break down the door, but it's more out of necessity than, well, true violent reaction.
Kazuo will approach the book like he's not listening to Violet anymore, but he's definitely like feeling like, okay, he's been lucky enough to not have one this whole time. So he's worried that now it's his turn. Mostly he's worried. I think Kazuo is mostly worried at this point because he doesn't like have any core primal fears that he's aware of. So now he's afraid that he's gonna find out that he does have some core primal fear he didn't know about.
Fear of having to pay his debts.
No, it's gonna be a baby. It's
No,
gotta be a
Kazuo's
baby.
not afraid of paying his debts because he just doesn't do it.
Go on,
Look, it's
go
made out
on.
of deer leather and there's deer jerky all over.
Go on, Grabella, get in the room. You are one of my favorites. So full of violence, so full of rage.
She just flicks him as she goes in the door.
Oh, spicy. I like it.
How are we doing on the juice? Do we need a nap? I'm feeling pretty good, but
Didn't we just take a nap? Like 2 rooms ago?
I don't remember.
Well, I think I've cast approximately 2 spells since last time we rested. I feel pretty great.
Yep, alright.
We'll be alright.
I hope that will
Did you just
soon
fart
change.
over here?
I merely launched myself into the air by expelling air through the rectal area.
He's got butt-powered flight.
Does that make you want to commit violence against me?
Makes me want to light a fire underneath you and see what happens.
How delightful! I do appreciate a good explosion.
This imp has all kinds of kink. Like, just all, like, literally, like, he went down the list of them and just, like, checked them off.
There's a large list.
We found the BDSM Mephit.
Yes. Not that there's anything wrong with that. What consenting imps get up to in the sanctity of their own nightmares.
Sorry, I just remembering that one scene from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Is there anything off the table? Oh, you want to get into some weird stuff? You know what? Don't tell me. It'll be a surprise.
I don't do kids unless the kid's a dick.
Oh, good, you're all here, trapped in such a small room with such violent tendencies. And I do sense that many of you have had your primal fears cleansed, and the taint of Vanix no longer lingers in the back of your minds.
Taint.
The
fart method said taint.
But what about the little green one? Does violence linger in your heart, Coslow?
Coslow just kind of looks like, eh.
Unfortunately, this book is not for you.
Oh, and alright. I'm almost a little disappointed, honestly.
What over-the-top acts of violence have you possibly gone through? You are merely the facilitator, and while I respect it, you are just a peddler of information, just like me.
I mean, also bombs. Unless you mean like truth bombs, like information bombs? I don't know what that means.
They're more like the physical explosive bombs. Yes, quite violent, but you don't gain any sort of joy out of it, at least if you're not directly involved. No, violence just swirls around you like a storm. But, like I said, this book is not for you.
Yeah, alright. Who's up?
In fact, anyone who has violence in their hearts could touch the book. Go on, do it quickly. Or at least pick it up and smack yourself in the face with it so I can get a good giggle.
You really have an alarming number of different kinks.
All of them. Kinks are just
All right.
sexy violence.
Well, I mean,
Wait, does that mean you have a cuddle kink too?
Only if it's done roughly.
I love a good rough cuddle.
Is that like a noogie? Like, what is that?
It's like a bear hug.
Okay, I'm gonna open the book now. Does anybody object?
No, let's move on from whatever the fuck this is.
I thought this was the violence test, and it started to become the uncomfortable test.
Ah, yes. The Black Banner. The air is thick with the metallic tang of blood, and the ground beneath your feet slick with gore and mud. Around you, the clash of steel and bone echoes across the battlefield. Locari Polarus, clad in battered armor streaked with crimson, rallies his soldiers against the relentless undead hordes. His voice, hoarse but unyielding, carries above the chaos as he raises a trembling sword to inspire those still fighting. Victory is within reach, but a grim sight looms in the distance. The Black Banner, an ancient artifact held high by the skeletal king atop a crumbling rise. Its unholy power courses through the battlefield, resurrecting the fallen, both soldier and monster alike, to fight endlessly. Locari falters, clutching a bloodied wound in his side, yet he stands defiant, his strength the last hope for the living to triumph. The tide of battles surges around you. Locari's life hangs in the balance, and with it, futures of the armies of Arctis. You must destroy the Black Banner and protect Locari before the undead rise again, and turn the living into their newest soldiers. Vanix's Violence. Vanix's melee attacks deal an extra 10 psychic damage. Creatures hit by his attacks must make a DC 17 Wisdom save or become frightened till the end of their next turn.
That seems bad.
Ah, yes, a delightful tale, hidden in Arctis's mind. Poor Locari Polarus, fighting so endlessly against the feral undead that ravaged the land. And though he was successful, well, I won't spoil the story. Whenever you are ready, just merely touch the book once again.
Whenever you're all ready, we will go to the next scene.
I'm back. I may have to rinse the restroom periodically for reasons that are yucky.
All right. One moment, please, before Grabella commits an act of violence against the toilet.
Yeah.
That's all I've done the last couple of days, Grabella, I feel that.
Yeah.
This is why she was so interested in that butt form shapeshift.
Need a new butt form. Has anybody got one that isn't terrible at the moment?
You find yourselves on a battlefield. The rain steadily comes down from the skies above. Locari Polarus, the future king of Maginox, sits bleeding against a crumbling wall of stone. The grass around you is thick with blood, and it trickles down in rivulets over the battlefield. The buildings around you are crumbled, half destroyed, mostly trampled over, and the remains of arrows can be seen lodged in the ground all around you, as the armies of the undead and the living battled within Polarus. Locari is sitting on the ground, clutching a wound in his side, heaving his breath in ragged gasps. He turns to look at all of you, his dutiful soldiers, as you look down on him for your next, for guidance on what your next move should be. Oh, we've almost made it. The Black Banner is just over the horizon. You must retrieve it, and it must be destroyed, lest all of the soldiers that we've lost battling back these undead rise again. We'll have to do this all over again. Please, do what I cannot. Retrieve the Black Banner.
Are you retrieving it or destroying it?
Either or. If you are safe, once you reach it, you are free to burn it. Otherwise, you can return it here to me. and we can see it destroyed together. Here. He passes you a small glinting stone, Coslow. It is warm to the touch. It will not be in your inventory. This encapsulated light. I know you can carry it without harm. But make sure, once you light the banner on fire, take a few steps away. Just merely place the stone at the base of the banner, and watch it go up. An array of sunlight so pure, so scorching, there is no chance for this to return. Light is a rare thing here in these lands, and it is the only thing, this essence of pure sunlight, that can destroy the Black Banner. I have faith in you, friends. We have fought long, many battles side by side. Now, I don't think I can make it to the banner. What do you all do?
First of all, do we have full art of Locari?
You do.
My man's already in full goon mode.
Oh
Gonna
no!
say we got to see the hotness
no.
scale. Yeah.
Mom-in-law's ex-husband is hot. Oh no!
Yep. Turns out.
Yep.
Are we surprised though?
Locari,
Look, everybody in Christina's games is objectively hot.
always hot. Always hot.
Like the scale starts at a 9 and goes to like a 13.
Let me, I gotta fill up the combat log real quick so actually chat can see the artwork. Post them again. Double posting. There we go.
Oh no, a second look.
For all of you, you know the basics. Locari Polarus is the namesake of these lands, before Polarus was even called Polarus. He was initially married to Alara. And, Eris is not their son. Alara got remarried after Locari ascended and became the guiding darkness over this part of the world. Alara remarried and eventually had Eris. But Locari's bravery, he was one of the very first reborn, and led some of the other confused reborn after the introduction of the slow, had caused Arctis to start behaving strangely, and reborn started appearing in the lands. But reborn weren't the only things to come back. The feral undead, too, had a resurgence when the slow was introduced to Arctis. And the once reviled art of necromancy, once thought entirely destroyed, could have possibly stymied the flow of undead at one point. But now, without Verticula, then the knowledge of the necromancers, the feral undead resurrected seemingly at random and began running rampant across the darkened lands of pre-Polaris. Locari was very famous for leading his armies against these feral undead and creating Maginox, a city where both creatures of the dark and the living could thrive. The once proud general now sits before you, bleeding from a gaping wound in his side, seemingly on the brink of death. It looks to pain him severely to ask such a sacrifice of you. But the Black Banner must be destroyed in order to stop the seemingly endless flow of undead. What do you all do?
Which way did he say it was? To the north of us? Or
To the
did we
north.
see it?
How
We need
bad
to
does it
get
look
him-
over there?
It's gonna take a peek.
Grabella, as you look around the corner, There is a body about 15 feet in front of you, entirely peppered with arrows. The ground is actually thick with arrow shafts, their heads buried in the earth. And the corpse also has an entire sword sticking out of his back, as to make a statement.
Well, yeah, see, this way over here doesn't look very safe. But you know.
Hey, does he need any kind of stabilizing?
It probably would not go amiss if you have it to give.
I got another one of these potions.
In that case, maybe save it. Might need potions later. Rain will cast life transference.
Oh.
Which... Oh, okay, it does do the thing. Holy shit, boy's got a lot of hit points.
The bleeding of the wound momentarily stops, and you can see that he's still severely wounded, if not almost entirely exhausted. He nods. Thank you, my brave soldier. I could not be more proud of everyone's selflessness. But if we are to get to the Black Banner, it is best that you keep these blessings to yourself. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I am not the most pivotal creature in this entire cycle of violence. You are. You fight so we can all survive.
Yeah, you're pretty important too, though, so just don't die, okay?
I will do my best. But it is those that continue the fight that are the bravest and most important of all.
Oh my god, he's so fucking selfless. Stop.
Okay,
Oh god, it hurts.
aside from the self-sacrifice, heroic leadership stuff, remind me again what that banner does?
The book said it raised the dead?
The Black Banner, controlled by that skeleton king, will pointedly re-resurrect the fallen armies of Arctis in an endless cycle.
Okay, yeah, right. So, yeah, if someone dies, the banner brings them back, and not technically on our side, right?
Not in a good way.
With all due respect, don't really want to fight you, so stay alive.
He nods. That's understood. If I do fall in battle and the Black Banner resurrects me, goes quiet. I'm afraid there might not be any hope left.
Yeah, let's maybe put a pin in that one, and we'll call that plan, Triple Z.
Oh, I just had the most evil thought, and I'm going to be very disappointed if this doesn't happen now, but I'm going to wait and see.
Yeah,
so,
right. I'm gonna take a look this way.
Is there...
So far.
Be careful. We've been pinned down here for hours, if not, it feels like days. The Skeleton King has amassed a small army of incredibly talented skeletal archers. The arrows that we've sent pass right through them. And I fear there are larger skeletons within their ranks, those that can draw bows that look like ballistas, able to go through entire buildings. Be careful.
It's fine.
Corellia's kind of looking around, scouting. Whatever. Peek this way.
He's definitely right. A lot of arrows in every direction, so we're probably gonna be, man,
Do I have a shield on me at all? I don't think I do.
You got your blazing dreadnought
You have
shield.
your gigantic shield,
Oh,
right?
that's
fire
right.
shield,
Oh
yeah.
my god, all of my icons are broken.
I just had to refresh.
If your icons are broken, you need to refresh. It logged you out.
Okay. Let me try this again.
It is my least favorite thing. Because I know when I see broken icons, I'm like, I can't connect to the server. As if punctuating Locari's ominous warning, the sound of arrows can be heard arcing through the air, though you do not see or know where they are landing. You can just hear them whistling overhead. The cries of battle, mortals that are fallen, echo throughout the battlefield, punctuated by assorted screams.
How concerned are you all about getting peppered with arrows? Is that like a concern that any of you have? Are any of you vulnerable to arrows?
I don't think I would like to get shot by arrows.
Oh. George may be taking a poop. Oh, there we go. I
had to like refresh it a couple times to get the capture to pop up.
Yeah, it's being really
I got
annoying
the
today.
captcha. It was like you're not logged in, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, no, Arctis. I'm like, okay,
Where is it? Where is it?
Where is it?
So,
I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Wang Doodle's like looking around at the trees and like the stone and everything around him. He's sitting down and trying to sketch out some kind of plan. Right, these arrows. These are something about a big ballista too, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not going to fit that defense. I think we've got enough here that we could probably throw together like a portable, for lack of a better term, shield we can carry over our heads to protect us from the arrows.
Is that a lake that I'm seeing up and to the right, Serena?
Yes. As you get closer to that wall and peek out over the right side, actually, even on the left side, you see a little bit of water
I do.
on the left. And to the northeast, you see the shore of a lake. More arrows pepper the battlefield. Big rivulets of blood can be seen going into the lake as the land slopes slightly downwards into it.
No, here's my thought. We got two options, right? We could shield and move slowly and they know where we are the entire time. Well, my friends that make stuff real good. You want to make like a lily pad or something? Might be able to sneak through the water.
Wang Doodle flips through pages of one of his manuals and finds something like, well, if I do that, then I have to give up a fireball.
Yeah, it would be wet.
No, I was just thinking if we could somehow make ourselves appear like the undead, we might just be able to walk right through them, right?
It's also an option, yeah.
That's something you have available to you, Bang Doodle?
Well, I mean, I can't really say I can work with full death, but like an alter self spell might work, right?
Is that enough for everyone?
I mean, it comes with a big cost, but I mean, if I could inscribe it in something, then I could make 10.
Not sure we have that kind of time.
I really don't have time, unfortunately.
I do have an idea, Kozlo, Wangdoodle. Do you guys have your turrets? Your little helpful
yeah.
buddies?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I would need them kind of arrayed. Kind of in 4 corners.
The best I can give you is 3. I don't know. Kozlo, you still have the 1 cannon, right?
Yeah. And a spider friend.
Could the spider friend be the 4th corner?
Depends on what we need to do.
Well, okay, so here's the idea. I could summon a force cube that 4 of you could fit inside, but it would need to be carried. If it's going to move. Otherwise, it's just going to be stuck on the ground. So if you had turrets, I could carry it, and then you could, climb out from under it, or whatever. You could do that. It would block pretty much any arrow fire, but it would slow everyone down. We'd all be walking in a group. Alternatively, I could just turn everybody invisible.
Well, I mean, invisible is also an option. The question is, do we want to go slow and safe, and fast and slightly less safe?
Yep, that's a question.
So if we did the force cube, would it work if we did we could either do the T-wheel or the big wheel formation.
Well, I'm not entirely sure it would work. I don't know exactly how heavy a force cube is. But we would be going at the speed of your turrets, which I know are not terribly quick. And everybody would have to move together, obviously. I'm not terribly concerned about crossing an open plain, though. I could make you all invisible.
Yeah, invisibility could work. I know it's something that we have available to us. It's in one of these books here.
Yeah, it's mostly just seeing if you guys wanted to go in loud or not.
We could.
I mean, this is a violence test. Maybe violence is how you respond.
I'm mostly concerned about you 3 getting across an open battlefield being peppered by arrows. I think Grabella and I would be mostly fine.
Oh, I'm fine.
You're fine?
I'm fine, and I can bring either Kozlo or Wangdoodle with me.
Oh, I mean, you can teleport, certainly, yes. But I don't know that we know yet how far we have to go, right? I certainly can't see far enough to see where the banner is.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot right now.
Grabella, are you up for charging headlong into whatever awaits us beyond the edges of our vision? And I'll make them invisible? Follow behind?
Yep, I can do that.
Alright. So Rain will, let's see. Sea-Swab, come here. Come closer. Rain will cast invisibility at 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4th level. And Kozlo, Wangdoodle, and Sea-Swab go poof.
Oof.
Oh my god, I'm see-through.
Alright, you 3 shimmer out of existence, and you are no longer able to see each other.
Alright, just keep in mind, casting any spells or attacking anything or anything crazy like that is going to result in your invisibility going away.
About gooning.
No, you can goon. In fact, gooning is kind of encouraged, I think, when you're invisible. So,
If the queen's telling us.
Going away. After casting invisibility, you hear a few arrows arcing overhead. But the thing that strikes you suddenly is the sound of a horn coming directly from the north.
Alright, here goes nothing.
Grabella's
Grabella's gonna
play Blade Song.
Grabella, the last thing you hear, and this might change your mind if you wish to charge across the battlefield, is in a rasping, ethereal voice you hear, "Go find the survivors! Unleash the hounds!"
Said something about hounds. I don't know if that's literal or figurative. Does invisibility mean you don't smell like anything?
It's still going to be really hard to find them. I mean, there's a lot of smells, but maybe you and I make a distraction. Alright, boys. Go give them hell.
Sorry, is this invisibility? I have to be within a range, or am I free to wander?
You are now invisible as long as Rain can maintain concentration. Until you start blasting.
Grabella, the first step that you take outside of that little building that you were in, suddenly you hear a metallic clink, and you look down at your foot. A bear trap is hidden in the grass, and it is closed around your ankle. Grabella, make me a DC 15 saving throw. Dex
saving throw. Dex?
You can also roll it from the chat log if you wish. And just click the die. Grabella, you fail and you are immobilized.
Alright, I think we should have sent Kazla first.
That would have eaten me in half!
Yeah, but you would have seen it.
Oh my god, where did my immobilized go to?
You're good. I'll
Incapacitated, paralyzed, hovering, slowed? Oh my god. Am I thinking of the wrong word? It's not paralyzed. It's not prone. Not unconscious.
I think immobilized is a new 2024 one. I think it's grapple. Grapple is what reduces your movement speed to 0.
Okay. We will consider you.
And you have to spend your action to resolve it.
We will consider you grappled. Wangdoodle, it seems like rudimentary traps are hidden in the grass or perhaps buried underneath the dirt, waiting for a bit of pressure. Snap at some weak ankles.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
Grabella, you also take 10 piercing damage from the bear trap. You will have to edit your own HP.
King is over here rooting for you, Grabella. He says that's bullshit. I don't know if you guys can hear him. He's really loud, but I don't know if it picks up on the mic.
Perfect.
Having issues. Got it.
Now that we are in a stressful situation, and the horns have blared across the battlefield, I will need everybody to roll initiative for me. Oh my god, Wangdoodle's not dead.
There's my initiative rolls I've come to love.
Classic.
I saw that 20. I saw that 20.
Second. Apparently I've lost the ability to scroll across my own battlefield. Hello?
Ma'am, this is a battlefield.
Sir?
I'm sorry, a skeletal two-headed what?
Wait, hang.
Don't worry about
it. Wait.
Hold up.
Wait.
Time out.
Don't worry about it.
Peter's like, I love rangers so much, I'm going to throw all of the undead rangers and their pets at you. Check it out.
I just feel like there's something much worse coming.
I, for one, feel that when the DM tells you not to worry about it, you shouldn't worry about it.
Yes.
Aw, I love your faith in me.
Commence the violence!
The howling across the battlefield, somewhat hound-like, but more like the echoing hoot of an owl can be heard. Woo!
Oh, my pets, sniff them out. Find anything that breathes.
Oh, so Grabella's safe.
Well.
Grabella, something appears in your view.
Oh, Lord, he's coming.
A large figure emerges from the ponds, splashing in its wake. Probably weighs somewhere between 800 to 900 pounds. A thick skeletal owlbear. Has not one, but two heads, each peering in different directions. One howling with bloodlust, the other sniffing around, searching for prey.
Yeah, I don't like what's about to come here. You guys definitely need to stay hidden.
Two pairs of glowing eyes lock on Grabella's position as she has been bloodied by the bear trap, and both heads howl in unison. It will double move. Grabella just runs as fast as it can towards your direction, seeing you trapped in the bear trap. It just glumps up to you and rears up on its two hind legs, showing you a bare rib cage on one side that you can see through, the other still dripping with ichor. Rain, you're up.
Well, we know the path that the giant two-headed skeletal owlbear thing took does not have traps. So, that's something.
Looking on the bright side.
How are you feeling, Grabella? Do you feel like you got that thing?
I have no idea.
Come on, you're a dragon, you've got this. Alright.
Grabella, I might have to move you back onto your bear trap. There you go.
Ray, don't go here.
The owlbear is looking at Grabella like it's next to lunch, with both of its heads, beak, lacking.
Alright. No free lunch. Come on now. Raid is going to attack. Yay, that's damage.
That hits?
Throw green flame blade in there. Does not give me any prompts.
I think you have to do it before you hit, but you can just roll it manually afterwards.
I mean, it still would say to attack with it, and it doesn't even have that. So I think it's just 2d8 for that. Additional 12 fire.
All right. The undead flesh of the skeletal owlbear goes up in a bright flash of green flame, and then the battlefield goes dark once again.
We'll attack him again.
That'll hit. A smooth slash.
For 22.
All right. The gaping hole in the owlbear's rib cage is just punctuated by the quick slashes that Rain has put through it. Unfortunately, the rotting flesh of the owlbear does go up rather easily with the green flame blade, and it screeches at Rain as she interrupts its meal.
I think that is about... Oh, no, wait. We can bonus action. Think fast. Creepy out there.
The owlbear does not save. It is affected by the mind sliver. Once again in rage, it screeches, and this echoes across the battlefield. Rain, you can hear the clacking of skeletons and the drawing of bowstrings with a creak.
Yeah, knew that was coming. Alright, boys, probably need to get across and find out where this banner is at the very least before you drop your invisibility. I think Corbella and I will hold them for now. That's it.
Okay. Next up, one of the cackling skeletons is now too roused by the sound of the bear trap and comes ambling forward towards the party's direction. The clacking skeleton too makes quite the noise as it shambles across the battlefield, squelching bony feet in blood and mud-covered terrain. Let's see. One moment, please. It turns its head towards the skies and lets out a horrific cackle. It mocks your futile efforts of up to 3 creatures it can see within 30 feet of it. I will need both of you to make a DC 12 Charisma save. Corbella succeeds.
Does this count as magic?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's fine. It rolled anyway, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Rain, your constitution is not affected, and both of you only take half damage from the mocking cackle from the skeleton. If you were demoralized and failed on your throw, you would have disadvantage. One moment. That will be the end of the cackling skeleton's turn. Corbella, you're currently immobilized, grappled by the bear trap.
Was that an action or a bonus action to hurt my foot?
It will be a full action in order to pry yourself open from the bear trap. You can make me an athletics check.
Yeah, okay, that was my next.
Corbella, that is barely enough to succeed, and you pry the bear trap open with the rusted hinges. Well, as you look at it, it makes you a little lucky that you are not susceptible to, well, rusty metal piercing your flesh. You are no longer grappled.
Goodness.
That is an action.
Yes. For our bonus action, I'm sure this is the most surprising thing in the world we do. Oh my god, all this stuff. Yes, we raging.
Alright, Grabella, you begin to rage.
When did you get that ability, Grabella?
I know. That's crazy. And she's gonna step up to this thing.
31 will most certainly hit.
I would hope that.
And you swing the soul hook in a wide arc. Holy.
And I gotta add my radius damage.
Yep.
That's 25 damage, and then I always have my copy pasta somewhere and forget to grab it before we do combat. 1d6 plus 7. Another 8 damage on top of that.
Alright, another 8.
And to end my turn, this never goes well for me, but, you know, maybe today's the day.
That is not high enough to discern any information from the skeletal owlbear.
Which is fair. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright. Next up. Something lurks in the building where the owlbear had come from. And now peeks out around the corner just to see what is happening. Or I believe most of you actually cannot see this. C-Swab has the longest vision range of all the characters. I don't even think you can see it from there. Nope, you are also behind a wall. Grabella, you hear the sound of something being drawn back. A heavy ballista. The creaking of wood. The sound of a bowstring being pulled taut. One moment.
Sounds like the ballista's out, guys. Be careful.
Out of sight, out of mind.
That is definitely not how a ballista works.
This is where you're silently hoping the person operating the ballista doesn't have true sight.
Charade.
Grabella, you...
my god, that would be bad.
You hear the sound of something thick flying through the air. And suddenly an arrow about the size of your leg, as big around as your fist, can be seen sticking out of your shoulder. The feathers on the back are made with owlbear feathers, and they're huge. This thing doesn't look like it could be drawn by a normal human being, let alone, well, anything you've ever seen before. It looks like it's probably better for building a house than, well, firing out of a bow. One moment, please.
I hope you got an idea for a good distraction. Because
although you are raging, even though you are raging, Grabella, the pain still arcs through your body. You only take half damage because you are raging, and it is piercing damage. You only take 6 damage, but you still have...
I fixed that.
a arrow the size of a small tree sticking out of your shoulder. But what surprises you is suddenly, from the arrow, you hear the sound of... lightning?
oh no, rain, move.
Runes are etched within the shaft of the arrow, and suddenly it begins to glow and crackle, and you... sorry, I'm speaking very poorly today. You suddenly feel electricity coursing through your body, coming from the arrow. 1 second. Grabella, you will take an extra 10 thunder damage from the arrow. Grabella, make me a Constitution save, please. Right. Nothing else occurs. You can hear...
I didn't think we needed a different plan.
You hear something additional being loaded and being pulled back taut.
Anybody else make me invisible? Asking for a friend. Me!
Bonk! Out of your other shoulder, another large arrow sprouts. Grabella, you'll take an extra 14 thunder damage from that.
Grabella be looking real rough. She halfway through her owies.
The skeleton slinks back into the shadows.
So the neat thing, though, is that our artillery doesn't really need to see things so much. They just need to know roughly where they are. something, hand grenades or something.
Wangdoodle, you're up. I'm sorry, Coslow, you're up. I can't read or write.
Well, he's aiming for the archers.
Wait, you saying all artifices look the same?
That's what I'm getting.
I'm saying you blow shit up. Go blow shit up. That's your job.
I would, but it's not my turn.
That's fair.
Alright, we will get Cannon Friend out.
Remember, make sure when you choose to cast spells and stuff that you are ready for you to not have invisibility anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I think invisibility is not working here. Seems like you gotta fight. Okay, so I will summon my cannon up over here. Coslow has no action remaining at that point, so he will hide, but Cannon will fire the old Force Blast. Okay.
Classic?
I tried everything and it didn't work.
The poor cannon misses the owlbear, the force blast going through the empty part of the rib cage as it rears up on its hind legs. Also, does that end your round?
Yes.
Indeed. Another cackling skeleton, lingering by the beachside, was too busy laughing at the corpse peppered with arrows, but now is roused by the smell of blood. It too will converge on Rain and Grabella's position and begin to mock you relentlessly. Make me a DC 12 charisma save. Can't read or write. Oof!
No.
Grabella, Rain, you succeed on your con save and maintain your focus on invisibility. But Grabella, you take the full damage from the mock as the laugh echoes throughout your skull and rings in your ears. Grabella, you are considered demoralized, and the next time the skeletons attempt to mock you, you'll have a disadvantage on your save to resist it. Grabella, I hope you're not taking double the damage from their mock ability.
I have completely fucked up.
Can you undo that
69 plus 6 is
78?
Are we supposed to be taking manual damage? I'm getting normal damage automatically, I think.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be taking manual unless I tell you otherwise.
Okay. I will try to keep better track of that.
Next up, something else lurks in the distance. The sound of an abnormally large longbow being pulled echoes throughout the battlefield. One moment, please. Rain, will a 26 hit you?
It will, but he rolled an advantage.
He's attacking from hidden.
So it would still be straight, though, because of my cloak, right?
Oh, that would be correct. Let me re-roll that. I wonder if I need to... Okay. That was normal. Alright, there we go. One shot, one kill. 25?
Yes, but we will shield. So, no.
Right. As the abnormally large longbow ballista goes hurtling towards your direction, you raise a shield, and it splinters upon it, causing bunches of tiny pieces of wood to go everywhere. You're lucky you didn't get the tree trunk-looking thing that Grabella's has currently sticking out of her body, lodged inside you. Let me look. With the shield up, it will switch targets. Grabella, another abnormally large ballista goes arcing out of nowhere and hits you once again, square in the chest. You now have 3 ballistas sticking out of you, and I will roll this manually, but I will add it to you. For some reason, my arrows are not applying their lightning damage. An extra 10 lightning damage, which I will apply. The howling in the distance. Another owlbear joins the fray. It splashes through the pond. Galloping onto the battlefield, it stops just short of the 2. Wangdoodle, you're up.
Oh, good. Alright, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, we'll just shuffle up here. That's good. You know, out of line of sight from a lot of things. I feel better about that. And, let's see, where is it? In my books here somewhere. There we go. I'm gonna activate the cannons. Have one pop there. Alright, great.
We're fortified.
So that is my action. Bonus action will be to activate them. So cannon 1 is going to waddle up this way. And cannon 2 is going to waddle down that way. And I'll keep myself in this nice little median zone.
Mm-hmm.
Cannon number 1 is actually going to cast the Protective Shield.
And which creature are you augmenting? Oh, each creature of your choice within 10 feet.
Yes.
Of Rain and Grabella. Okay. They both gain temporary hit points.
Is this the first time we've seen that being used?
I think so.
Amazing.
It actually works.
Okay, and then other cannon is going to can't see that one, but it can definitely see this one. They've got a ballista thing. I've got a ballista thing.
Classic.
Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do. Hits the cackling skeleton as it shambles forward.
Alright, and I was just thinking it'd be so nice. Wait, what? Why did that happen? Why did it do? Wait, what? What happened? That was supposed to be a damage roll? It re-rolled attack?
Okay. It hit. 7 damage. Do you want to push it back 5 feet?
I would love to push it back 5 feet.
The cackling skeleton shoots backwards, bounces off the 2-headed owlbear, and goes scampering back in the mud about 5 feet.
Great. Let's see. Can we get an insight? Will that work?
No!
Of course not. Why would
No.
it?
Wangdoodle's
No,
end your round.
Yeah, the explosions are done. We're just going now.
T-Swab, you're up.
Alright, I gotta make this turn fast.
And here we go.
Alright, I need 5, 15. Oh. These owlbears are massive.
They're quite large and very undead.
Alright, I guess we're blasted now, right?
I guess so.
Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to... use my Staff of Frost to cast Ice Storm.
Alright, where are you putting it? Nice spot. Nice spot. Shards of ice
chill
begin
out
to
a little
fall
bit.
from the sky, pelting the owlbears and one of the cackling skeletons, entombing them in frost. You have a damage button, go ahead and roll it. They will all attempt to make a save. It's 23 cold damage. The owlbear, both the owlbears and the cackling skeleton all fail with their terrible dexterity saves and take 29 damage from being barraged with ice. The entire area that they're currently standing in is now considered difficult terrain, and they begin to slip and slide on the slick, frozen, muddy, bloody ice.
I'm going to insight check this this owlbear.
What would you like to know?
HP.
Okay, one in the front, closest to Grabella. There you go.
That will end my turn. I have to AFK.
Yep. Round 2. The owlbear, now peppered with ice and half frozen. At least its innards are frozen inside, so they can't be dangling about anymore. Will continue to take out its rage on Grabella. Grabella, I believe you'll have a +2 AC because you are in range of Wangdoodle's protective cannons. Your AC is 20. It's going to have a pretty hard time trying to hit you, but it will attempt to use its natural prowess. The owlbear will attack twice with its beak, attempting to peck out your eyes, and one with its claws. The 21 will barely hit as it clamps down around your neck. The protective barrier that Wangdoodle has thrown up prevents your jugular from being torn out. It attempts to clamp down even harder as it tries to get through the temporary HP. Was it 2 with beak, 1 with claws? 2 with beak. This one will miss. It rears back up on its hind legs, exposing frozen innards. Attempts to claw you. 22 will hit. And finally, the temporary HP is starting to be whittled down, but doesn't disappear entirely. Well, it looks like you still have 5 temp HP after the assault of the owlbear. It remains in melee. Rain, you're up.
Okay, that shield may have actually just paid for itself.
I mean, it's just a thing that you do, right? So
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, everybody's out of invisibility now. So what happened, right?
It looks like everybody's used some sort of offensive action.
All right.
Yeah, as long as summoning my skeleton or my turret counts as.
I actually don't know if it would or not.
What breaks invisibility? Can you tell me real quick?
Yeah. Let me look.
Oh my god, I wish my...
It's attacking and casting a spell. Yeah, it's literally just that, attacking or casting a spell, which I don't think your guys is. I don't know if your turrets count as you attacking, so because those can be invisible separately. So up to your adjudication.
It's a class feature, not a spell.
Yeah.
We use our bonus action to command it to attack, but
So you and Wangdoodle then probably are still invisible, so I won't break my concentration just yet. I will instead... Oh, after all the changes to automation, it's been a while since we've used this spell, we're going to see how it works. Rain is going to cast Steel Wind Strike.
Oh, lord.
Yep.
Okay, choose up to 5 creatures you can see within range.
Which is these 4 dorks. Okay, it is prompting me to do individual attacks, so let's... Well, okay.
Yeah, that's
We'll
fine.
roll
Just follow the workflow.
Yeah, we'll roll it and see what happens. Oh, okay. So it just wants 1 for all of them? I feel like we went through this, and that's weird, but...
I think that's fine. That would hit all of them.
Okie dokie.
I don't think you have to pre-target all of them. So if the next time you use it, just try and target the primary target, and then let rip.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it used to want them all targeted, and then so it's fine.
All right. Rain, you brandish your weapon and begin to tear through the battlefield, dancing from skeleton to skeleton in a flourish of blades, even dodging between the ice crystals that pepper the battlefield. That is difficult terrain, Rain, so if you are walking there, you need to calculate it. Rain, no, you stepped on a bear trap!
It's teleporting, actually.
Oh, it's teleporting you?
Target, so I just was trying to leave. Yeah, I have to be 5 feet away from one of the targets, so it'd be right here.
Okay. It will not attack with opportunity.
There's totally not a trap there. No idea.
Okay. I don't know what it wants you to do because it already did the damage, so you actually don't have to move.
Well, no, but So Steel Wind Strike, I teleport to each target, and I end 5 feet away from one. So I want to be here.
Oh, you want to be where the ping is? Okay. Let me put you there instead.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because I tried to see if it actually had the it didn't have the click to teleport thing. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, just walking across the battlefield will create some spoilers if you step in the wrong spot. So if you need to move somewhere via teleport that isn't working, just let me know and I'll move you there manually.
Fair enough.
It's alright. I've already forgotten where it is.
I don't even think I noticed.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't think. Oh, I can see one of these fuckers now. I'm gonna insight.
That one is hiding. At least the one to the. You might be able to see two.
I can only see one to my left, but if I'm not supposed to see him.
He is actively stealthed. You would have to beat a perception check of 21 to see him.
I doubt it. But we'll try, I guess.
I didn't actually stealth the other one. You do not see that one to the northwest.
Okay.
Although you would see that one to the northeast, because I did not re-stealth him.
I don't see that one, so he's not in line of sight, I guess, or something for me.
Okay.
But I do see the building where the ballista came from now, which I did not before. Or the shot came from. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just insight check this owlbear then, since that's all I can see.
What would you like to know?
Let's get his hit points.
Oh.
See how much spice he's got left.
Got a little spice left.
Reasonable amount of spice. Alright, that is Rain's turn.
Alright,
yeah,
the cackling...
Good.
Okay, the cackling skeletons have fallen to your steel wind strike. Grabella, you're up. You are kind of peppered with massive tree trunk looking arrows right now, but you're still standing.
Well, need to do this. Oh, thank Rick. That didn't add though, did
you
it?
healed the
You
owlbear.
healed the owlbear.
Oh no, owlbear. That's mine.
I'm gonna undo that. Grabella, you'll have to manually add 50 hit points yourself.
Oh man, that would suck as a nightmare rule.
Yeah, don't feed the owlbear.
If it's like old 3.0 rules, positive energy actually hurts undead, so rip owlbear.
Rip owlbear. Grabella, as you drink the potion, the large arrows are thrust out of your body and fall to the ground at your feet. They still crackle slightly with thunderous electricity.
Alright. Next action. They are not reckless attacking.
That'll hit!
Oh goodness. And add one more.
You'll have to roll damage. You haven't rolled damage yet?
Oh god.
That's enough. Grabella, you swing the soul hook in a wide arc. The owlbear just had a sliver of health remaining. It was peppered with the ice crystals coming from the sky, and you tear it off with one quick swing of the soul hook, and the head goes rolling down the hill towards the lake. As a reminder, everything in that ice storm is difficult terrain.
Yeah. I'm trying to... I'm gonna pop the wings out as my bonus action. And then... God. This way. Oh, nope. Boink. Not moving anyway.
All right,
Going
Grabella, you fly and land on the ground on a bear trap. Grabella, make me a... why is my bear trap DC not popping up? Make me a dex save, please.
I think you mean an owlbear trap, right?
Big enough to hold Grabella, it may as well be. Grabella, you are locked in place. Once again, you are grappled.
Well, in my turn.
Would Grabella as a barbarian get advantage on that?
She gets advantage on strength-based skill checks while raging, but
Yeah,
not
dex is not,
Oh, okay.
not one of my things.
I think rage does give her advantage on dex.
Grabella, can you link rage real quick? I can also link it.
Might have to. My thing is being dumb.
Let me look. Rage.
It's danger sense is the feature, I believe.
Danger sense. Let me look up. Chat.
Advantage on dex saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. You can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated to get this benefit, though.
She is not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated. Grabella, I'll allow you to roll again for avoiding the trap.
That was dex save?
Dex save.
Yeah.
Nope.
My dex saves are
doesn't
just
make you
bad.
Go,
Yeah.
it still doesn't make you good at it.
Not doing it today.
I love that
appreciate-
Grabella's actually pretty good at dex saves, actually. Like, a +2 is not bad. But she always rolls ridiculously well against, like, the negative social and mental checks. Always bad on dex. I love that there's a weakness there that doesn't make sense.
She's too clompy. She can't.
I really appreciate your commitment to failing that save.
It's definitely
I mean,
my
honestly, it's
yeah.
pretty good. Let's see. Popping out of hiding, the ranger skeleton looks for a mark. Well, can't see rain because the wall is blocking his view. There's a tiny slit where you can see Grabella, though. He draws back his bow. Threads the needle. Grabella, you're hit, and once again, through the tiny crack in the wall, the ogre ranger skeleton shoots the arrow right through it. Your temporary hit points do go away, but after drinking that potion, you feel much more invigorated. Oh my god, how do you have so many hit points? I thought you had way less than that.
Oh no, I did a lot. That's where my beef goes. I have the beef.
Have the beef. Oh yeah, you did gain 50 hit points from that potion of healing.
Yeah, it was a supreme potion. I used a full action on that.
That was huge. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Grabella.
And you should assume that Grabella drinking that is a bad sign, everyone. Bad sign.
Bad.
Bad sign.
Although the arrow hits and deflects because you are too angry to die. The rest of the thunder damage goes through, dealing 11 thunder damage to you. I already applied it. And the ranger skeleton will shoot again. Wonder if this will actually work with this. I don't know why it says out of range. Because it's the actual arrow itself shouldn't have range. It should follow the range of the longbow. I'll have to fix that for future me. But anyway. Again, the arrow goes arcing through the air with a loud and hits you square in the shoulder. The initial hit only does 6 piercing damage due to your unrelenting rage, but it's that damn lightning damage that's really getting to you, as it deals an extra 14 damage upon impact. The skeleton, his job done, will retreat back to the shadows and attempt to hide. Pretty good skill check from the ranger skeleton. Kozlo, you're up!
Alright. We'll peek out here again. Oh. Things seem to be going well. Ish. I'm still invisible, right?
You are. I will say that you are.
Alright. So then Cannon is gonna up over here. Cannon will take a shot at this guy. Okay, Cannon sucks today.
Cannon not doing great.
I know people keep running into bear traps, so I'm going to come over here. Just trying to scout what I can see at this point. And since I'm still invisible, I will double move. Oh, directly onto a bear trap.
Kozlo, make me a dex save.
Welcome to this.
Kozlo, you do not avoid the trap, and this rusty trap does 1d4 damage to you. It only does 1 damage to you as you catch your leg in it, but you are currently restrained. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for, not grappled.
Hey, restrained. Yeah, that's it.
Hooray. I can't believe, like, I genuinely didn't see where any of the hidden bear traps were, so I don't even know if this is one of them. I did not realize, like, I can't believe that I just moved directly onto one.
The comedic timing on these bear traps is pretty top shelf.
I, like, made it all the way, and I was like, oh, cool, no bear traps triggered. And then it was like, nope.
It was literally the last tile you stepped onto.
Chuck Testa. Alright. Yeah, just get all the low rolls out of the way. Maybe one day I'll get a good roll.
Classic insight.
Have you rolled over a 3 yet?
I think I did for initiative, and that's about it.
Oh,
so that way I can make sure to do nothing more quickly.
Oslo, with your foot restrained in the bear trap, you are unable to move. Is that
good news? You're invisibly trapped in the bear trap.
That also true.
Oh, does that not
trap
break my
just
invisibility?
triggered. Wonder why.
Nope.
Taking damage
You have
doesn't
to do
trigger.
something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll
I'd actually
take
just
the little win.
mark you invisible if I can. Oh yeah, I can. Didn't apply, but.
Oh, this weird bear trap just appeared here. Wait a minute.
How could it do this?
Weird. It seems to have set off, but hasn't fully closed. Did it jam?
It must be defective.
Old rusty bear traps. I mean, they're just gonna pop sometimes. What are you gonna do?
Kozlo, does that end your round?
Yes.
Oh, I just realized since he was invisible, I couldn't flash a genius anyway.
Oh yeah, you can't see him. Peeking out of the building to the northeast, the unhidden ogre ranger skeleton, does he see Kozlo? Let me see. Nope. No, because Kozlo is still invisible. Just pop the bear trap. Check some range here. Rain is 50 feet away.
We're gonna get value out of this fucking invisibility one way or the other, damn it.
Sea Swab is 105 feet away. Range on a longbow. 150 to 600 feet max. Well, between Rain and Sea Swab, we'll go odds and evens. Rain is odd, Sea Swab is even. Classic Sea Swab.
I love the equivocating you do to not shoot at Rain, and it always lands on Sea Swab. Always.
It's one of two targets.
It's
The
such a
blurry
good bit.
one or the bird.
It's such a good bit. I love it. Sea Swab probably doesn't love it though. Sorry, Sea Swab. I'm trying.
Sea Swab, the longbow is going to hit you. Do you want to use a reaction?
Sorry, well, I was going to... Did we see them use any magic abilities that cause any damage?
They have not used any magical abilities. It's been beaks and claws and longbows with shocking arrows.
I'm gonna say no then.
Sea Swab, you are impaled by the massive arrow. And you take 9 piercing damage. As you look down, you recognize the runes. They are runes of thunder. And Sea Swab, you will take an additional 11... Wait, hold on, let me check these shatter shot arrows here. It is thunder damage. Are you immune or resistant to thunder?
I believe I am resistant. Let me double check though.
Resistance is acid, lightning, cold, thunder, and necrotic. So you're only going to take half damage from that arrow, so you only take 5. I will mark that down. That was 1 shot. The second shot barely hits. Your armor class is 16. He rolls a 17. I'm assuming you don't want to use a reaction?
No.
Right. You are impaled for an additional 9 damage. And again, half of the thunder. An additional 3. I will mark that on you. Sea Swab, this is your least favorite thing, being impaled by giant arrows. But
is it somebody else's favorite thing?
Definitely Violet's. And you can practically hear him cackling in the back of your head as the skeleton goes back into hiding. You can make a stealth check. And duck behind a bit of broken wall, but not very well. Meanwhile, the skeletal 2-headed owlbear, currently in difficult terrain, is not going to move as he is slip and sliding on ice and blindly thrashes around, slashing at the closest target, which is Rain. He'll attack twice with his beak. That one missing terribly.
I think he is at disadvantage though, unless he has something special.
He will be at disadvantage, so we'll take that one. We'll roll the next one with disadvantage. Why are you doing this? Sorry, I don't know why my automation is fucking up today. I apologize, Rain.
All good. I'm just a poor little blurry girl. Can't hurt me.
I'm trying to roll it with disadvantage. There we go.
There you did.
That will miss.
No, I don't want to take damage or reduce damage. Oh, it did do damage. Oh no, it didn't.
It didn't.
It just
It just rolls it, but it doesn't apply it if it doesn't successfully
yeah, the
hit.
automation just popped up for Song of Defense. That's why I was confused.
Okay. The 2 beaks, clack clack, miss your shimmering forms. And it attempts to do the same with claws. The 16 will miss as it goes wide, unable to hit your blurry form.
Don't trap me, bro.
He will try and move out very slowly of the difficult terrain. That is all from the owlbear. Wangdoodle, you're up. Your two cannons are currently providing some much-needed support to your friends, but Grabella and Kozlo have both found themselves caught in bear traps.
We're just going to shimmy that one.
Wang Doodle.
You've got to be kidding me.
Stepped on a bear trap. Make me a DC 15 dex save.
This is gonna be great. This one.
Wang Doodle, you succeed. You are not restrained by the bear trap as you lift up your leg at the last moment.
Ah, good. Just another malfunction. 30.
Also, just as a note, there is a very active bear trap right here.
Ah, good. We're gonna go ahead and dash.
Chad is asking, is this Minesweeper? Yes, that was the inspiration for this play.
So can I, like, if I stand next to a spot, can I get a number of bear traps that are next to me?
You can absolutely search for bear traps in your vicinity,
Or
and I'll
use,
tell you if there's 1, 2, or 3 in your proximity.
Or use bombs to blow them up.
Also
All right,
acceptable.
hot bear traps in my area.
Yeah, 3 hot bear traps.
I don't think I did.
What are you trying to do, Wang Doodle?
I didn't remember if I had moved this cannon or not.
The second one you have not. The other one you sidled up next to Grabella.
Okay, so they've now both moved their 15 feet. Bonus action to activate those cannons. I no longer get to ask the question I wanted to ask, which was, if something is in an ice storm and then is forcibly moved, do they slide?
I would probably give you a situational sliding bonus. Move them back 10 feet.
Well,
I'm a little disappointed we don't get to see that now.
yeah, that's not really an option, but we'll see.
Owlbears on ice.
They're slippy.
We're gonna have the cannon currently covering Sea Swab is feeling a little blasty. So please work.
That hits his armor class exactly. You now know the Owlbear's armor class is 13.
Yeah, free insight.
Free insight! Does 8 force damage. You want to push it back 5 feet.
I would love to push it back 5 feet.
It gets up uncomfortably closer to Rain.
Yeah, that was planned. Okay. So, Grabella's got shield now. She's fine. All right. Can number 1 also feeling a bit blasty.
And then I started blasting.
And that will hit, arcing across the puddle of ice. Does 16 force damage to the owlbear. And do you want to push it back 5 feet into the lake?
I would love to push it back 5 feet.
It goes splish, sploosh, Rain, as it sidles closer to you. It looks a little startled and turns around and takes another full force blast straight to the dome and goes hurtling into the lake with a splash.
For some reason, I think now it's just like one of those like launchers, and it's just got volleyballs. If you remember the old Takeshi's Castle.
So okay, Wang Doodle, I literally, while my husband was gone, I watched MXC from season 1, and I'm like through season 2 right now. So I'm thinking of like those ball launchers when they're walking across the tiny bridge.
Yeah, that exactly.
Literally that. Holy shit! Right, you are, Ken.
The only ball launcher that will ever have any meaning to me is the Eliminator on American Gladiators.
Oh, those are so good too. Same premise. Same premise.
My Steam icon for the last like 15 years has been Guy Ledouche. Just, you know, for the
Ah, yes, Guy Ledouche. Yes. Would you like to touch it again?
I'm sorry, Wangdoodle, please continue.
Have you guys seen the they brought it back and modernized it?
No, I haven't.
I've
Like
not.
they have I think the first 2 seasons of it on Prime. But yeah, so
Brought back MXC or Takeshi's Castle?
Takeshi's Castle.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
It's a blast. Also, if you know about the Japanese mascots, Cheeton is involved.
Oh, nice.
So
That's amazing.
yeah, there's that. But yeah, we're just gonna straight up Gibraltar volleyball blast this thing back into the water.
All right. He goes hurtling into the water with a massive splash, Rain. And Wangdoodle, does that end your round?
Can we get a bonus insight since the cannon got one? Come on,
yeah.
Wangdoodle, don't fail me now.
Yes!
Yes.
Classic Wangdoodle. Does that end your round, sir?
Oh yeah, we can't end on a better victory than that. That's perfect round.
Amazing. Seaswap, at the start of your round, your ice storm goes away and the shards are no longer falling from the sky. What do? However, you are standing in the middle of the field and you are being pelted by massive arrows from a giant ranger skeleton.
Alrighty, I am going to... I am going to step over here 20 feet. My maximum move.
Seaswap, you step on a bear trap.
That trap isn't on where I walked over.
Oh, you were right. You did go diagonally across it. Okay, I'm gonna hide it again. I'm gonna put it in a different spot.
Shuffle it around.
I'll shuffle it around.
Put it back in the deck, shuffle it. Cut.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in a different spot now.
And then for now, I'm gonna cast Warning Wind.
A strong wind blows around you in a 10-foot radius and moves with you, centered on you. It deafens you and other creatures in the area, extinguishes unprotected flames. Wow, that's rad looking. Hedges out vapor, difficult terrain. Ranged weapons have disadvantage if the attacks pass in and or out of the wind. That is an excellent spell right now, Seaswamp.
And then I will end my turn.
All right. The winds are at your command, and now these skeleton archers are going to have a pretty hard time trying to hit you. Rain, you're up.
Right, Rain is going to step out here onto the lake with her ring of water walking.
Fair.
And bonus action, we will Starlight Step.
Oh, 30 feet into an unoccupied space you can see. Where are you going?
We're going here.
All right, Rain, because you are equipping your ring of water walking, you are standing on the surface of the water. This ogre ranger skeleton did not roll very well for his stealth check. Let me just scroll up here a little bit. Skeletal two-headed owlbear, he rolled a 11, so in order to see him, you need to beat an 11.
I don't even think that beats my passive perception.
Is your passive perception higher? Oh wait, I can actually see her. It's 16. Yeah, you can see him.
All right, sweet. We're going to, let's see. Oh yeah, we have plenty of movement to get to him. Hello. We're gonna stop the nonsense with the shooty of the arrows now. Hope you don't mind.
Please.
Uh, 25 will hit. And Mana Flow bites deep into the massive bones of the ogre skeleton, doing 18 various damage.
We'll do it again, and we'll throw Green Flame Blade here on the last one. Actually, I can add Green Flame Blade. Yeah, I already have it saved. There we go. Oh, we were doing it before? Perfect.
Alright, an extra 25 damage as the tattered cloth that is covering the Ogre Ranger goes up in a flash of green flame. He hisses, but still wields the bow and arrow. He is not changing weapons yet.
Little insight check.
What would you like to know?
Let's get his hit points.
Alright, one moment just to get a better look at him. He's hardy, that's for sure.
Rain will actually move here to keep him pinned kind of in, because he's a big boy, and I don't think he can get past her that way, so.
That is true.
That's it.
Alright. Rebella, you're up. You are raging. You are currently restrained, as I still struggle to think of that fucking word. Grabella, your athletics check that you make with advantage easily tears apart the bear trap. So much so that it is no longer functional.
Man, the shield is nice, but I need to do more murder. That's an action, right?
That is an action, correct.
Okay. Why is it saying my movement is...
Oh, because it didn't remove the
I was
restrained
previously
condition.
restrained.
There you go.
Okay.
Hello.
The owlbear lets out a confused grunt as it was looking for rain and turns around to Grabella charging in on his position. 25 will hit, slamming up against his exposed ribs. For
And of course,
15 damage.
this
An extra
plus
11.
11. Man. I don't know if I... have... Actually, where are my spells?
Remember, you
Right
cannot
away.
cast spells while raging.
That's right. Yeah, I was just trying to remember what was actual bonus action.
You do not have any bonus action spells.
Yeah. I could not remember. I think that's all I can do. Unless I wanted to chug another potion. How much health am I at again?
79.
I think we'll call that.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
Alright, you end your turn next to the Owlbears Skeleton that is wading up and through the lake. Meanwhile, the hidden Ogre Ranger Skeleton to the northwest continues stepping in and out of his lovely little hidey hole of this broken down building. Tries to pepper whoever he can see with arrows. Steps out, tries to get a good look. See anything? Steps out onto the little jet of land. Ah, yes, he can see Grabella. He knocks back the massive bow. Hits Grabella in the back of the shoulder, but she's raging and only taking half damage. Grabella only takes 6 from the massive arrow, slamming into your back. You'll also take an additional, the 6 is auto-applied, you'll take the additional thunder damage from the electrified arrow. I will apply this. Seeing opportunity, he will fire again. Hitting Grabella solidly. Grabella, you are lucky you are tough as nails, as all of these arrows sticking out of you is making you look like a raging porcupine. The second one, too, is electrified and does an additional 13 damage as waves of lightning course through your body. His job done. Steps back into his little hidey hole. Attempts the stealth. Slinking in with the shadows, he is virtually invisible. Kozlo, you're up. You are restrained. You're in a bear trap. You're also invisible.
Okay.
It is a athletics check in order to try and escape the bear trap.
Well, let's start with that.
Kozlo, that is not high enough as you struggle with the rusted steel. You cannot free your foot.
I don't really want to become not visible when I'm this close to that guy. Well, cannon move up a bit again.
Cannon steps on a bear trap.
Okay.
Okay, bear trap. That's enough. DC 15 dex save from the cannon. Cannon succeeds! Cannon is not restrained and hops free of the bear trap.
All right, Cannon, you don't have to show off. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna shoot this guy. All right, Cannon, you don't have to keep showing off.
He's 100% showing off. You crit. Good lord! Grabella, as you battle against the owlbear, swinging your mace, suddenly a massive hole appears in the chest cavity of the owlbear. It's not his exposed ribs. Cannon Chan is still smoking behind you as you turn to look, and it has blown a hole in the owlbear's chest.
The cannon has a small set of mechanical sunglasses form over where its eyes would be that then slowly lower into place, as though to say, deal with it.
Grabella would just give a big thumbs up.
Okay. Kozlo is feeling a little bit less terrified of the owlbear now that Cannon has put a giant hole in it. So let's see if we can finish it off with a firebolt.
Kozlo, this will make you visible. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's enough skulking around. And also that's enough of trying to remember where my token is so that if I click on the cannon, I can then reselect myself.
Alright, Kozlo, you are no longer invisible.
Alright. If I'm attacking from invisible, do I get advantage on this?
With spells? I don't think you do with spells.
The spell attack roll.
Yeah, I will allow it. Go ahead.
Okay.
That'll still hit, and you're lucky you rolled a 4 and a 3, because that 3 probably wouldn't have hit.
Hooray.
Roll damage, sir. That is enough to finish the owlbear off, as suddenly Kozlo appears out of nowhere and sends a scorching firebolt into the owlbear. It shrieks and sinks into the lake, gurgling all the way down.
It was me! The bear trap was on me! I'm stuck in a friggin' bear trap!
Oslo, does that end your round?
That's nice. Can we get rid of the electrified literal arrow?
What are you? Whomst are you inciting?
I don't know. I didn't expect to actually succeed that roll.
If you want to see that ranger skeleton, hold on. No, he is out of your line of sight. There are actually no active enemies.
I don't see
That's
anything.
sort of ironic.
You insight yourself. How do you feel?
Sulking. Can I insight this bear trap? Can I use this to like try to figure out how it works as an artificer so that I can get myself out of it easier?
Yeah, sure. It works when you step on it.
Great, thanks. That's incredibly helpful.
It's a pressure plate.
Oh my god.
It unfortunately does require a little bit of bear strength, but if you think of a clever way you could try and get out of it, such as greasing yourself for the bear trap, I would allow you advantage on the athletics check to open it
You
up.
protect Grabella. She will come help you.
I mean, I already just killed the thing that was about to kill. What more do you want from me?
Meanwhile, to the northeast, the Ogre Ranger skeleton is being pinned in by rain. It cannot move, but it has just enough line of sight in order to see Grabella. It'll actually just draw its bow, ignore rain, and continue firing at Grabella.
Are you serious?
Grabella is like almost out of his line of sight. If she moved one square, he would not be able to see her anymore.
Well, I think he has disadvantage because I'm in his fucking melee, so hope he likes that. Fuck it, what a dick.
He will shoot with disadvantage. I said disadvantage, but that will also miss, so we'll take it. Fire again. I'm fucking
No need to roll twice, boss. That first one's a miss.
I'm holding down control. I don't know why you're doing this. Hold on, Rebella, that might not hit. Let me confirm.
Ranger, please get it together.
Okay, he will not crit.
Oh god. I'm sorry, Grabella. I really am trying the absolute best I can.
Zarita's over here just like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't help it. I just keep critting
I
Grabella.
just
It just
keep
keeps
critting.
happening.
I'm sorry. There's so many targets I could hit, including one right in front of me. But you know what? I'm gonna crit Grabella.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of the 11 damage, Grabella, you will only take the 5, which I will apply right now. And the one arrow that hit will do the supplementary lightning damage. An additional 12. One moment. Although the owlbear is gone, Grabella, you're starting to feel a little woozy as all of these tree-like arrows keep slamming into your body. The Ogre Ranger skeleton, he's actually gonna try and... Can he actually get out of here? Rain, he's trapped!
I know. I literally said that was why I moved the way I did.
How? He can't...
I told you my plan and everything.
He will try and move slightly, and he will change weapons.
You caught me monologuing.
Wangdoodle, you're up.
Ah, good. Alright. We're gonna slip on out of here. I want to see if I can find the dude hiding that keeps putting tree trunks in Grabella.
That would be nice.
Somewhere to the north.
Do you need a perception check?
I do, and you have to beat his stealth roll, which was a... I'm scrolling. Ogre Ranger Skeleton, stealth, 23!
You know, I got close.
You cannot see him.
Alright. Can't really see much of anything. Alright. You know what? I'm overthinking this. And that's silly. Because I shouldn't be doing that at all. Allow me to remember what I am.
Ah, yes. 21 fireballs. That's the
We're
name of my
not
cover
gonna
band.
consume the spell slot. This is charge number 2 coming out of the wand.
Oh boy. Alright, where are we throwing it, Wangdoodle?
Roughly in the vicinity of where the arrows have been coming from.
Oh yeah, somewhere in there? I'm thinking?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, just burn the whole fucking house down. Let's go!
Let's not forget the 1d8.
God! I'll try and make a dex save. He will save with the 23, taking half damage! Ah! As he hides behind the wall, he doesn't hear or see it coming, but dodges out of the way with unnatural grace, only taking half damage from the fire. You can hear his annoyed hissing coming from somewhere in the house.
Seeing Wangdoodle fling a giant fireball just indiscriminately at a house, Kozlo will stand to his feet, still mangled by a bear trap, raise a hand to his brow, and salute with a single tear falling down his cheek.
Is this going to be like a new cultural thing in Maginox, the 21 fireball salute?
Yes.
We're making history, boys.
Right.
Except it's not like a memorial thing, it's just what we do for fun on a Saturday.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, we are like the country hick city.
Wangdoodle, you are no longer invisible, and you feel a little exposed as you go hiding behind the crumbled remains of that wall.
Yeah, we're just gonna. I heard something get hit, but I can't see something get hit, so we're just taking a little cover. And now it's gonna be Cannon's time.
Cannons might not have a target.
Cannons may not have a target unless I can get some shared line of sight from where Rain is. But Rain is out of my sight.
That is true.
The one
You
near
did see
me.
her partially running across the lake to the northeast, if that helps. I don't know.
It does not. It's an attack roll. I need to have something in line of sight.
Oh, I thought you might be thinking about moving them. Fair enough.
No, they can only go 15 feet around.
Yeah, they're a little slow, boys.
Did he get them some wheelies or some shit?
Well, the one near me is going to go ahead and activate its temp HP shield,
Okay.
which should have gotten me in there.
You are out of that, the squares.
That is unfortunate. But the cannon will give itself 8 temporary HP.
Beautiful.
And that's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
He's very strong.
You know what? We're going to fire a warning shot just over in this direction with the other one. It's not going to hit a dang thing. But we're sure as heck going to make sure that whatever's in there is aware that we know that something's there.
A huge blap from the force cannon gets another little hiss coming from that building as it's very annoyed at things shooting into its private zone.
Yeah, I think that'll be it. We're doing great. We made a massive contribution this round.
Seaswab, you're up. The storms swirl around you, shielding you from any projectiles being launched in your direction. I don't know why that didn't. Does that move with you?
It should.
Okay, I'll move it whenever you're done while I'm
Alright,
moving.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move next to Kozlo so he can be in here with me.
Okay.
Kozlo.
Hey, how you doing? I'm stuck in a bear trap.
Cosmo, you're also now stuck in a storm.
But it protects him as well.
Okay. You and Cosmo are shielded from ranged attacks, and they both have disadvantage to hit you.
Can I use my action to try and get him out of the bear trap?
Absolutely. Make me an athletics check. C-Swab, you barely miss. You kind of open it just a little bit, enough to kind of get some of the teeth out of his skin, and it just goes slamming down back on his leg. Crunch.
Getting a little bit of help for a little goblin.
Unfortunately, he is still stuck in the bear trap.
I'm too weak.
Come do it.
I don't know why I did like a southern lady accent there, but
I'm so weak.
Oh, my arm's so weary from this travel.
I would have got you free, but I suddenly have been overcome with the vapors.
He's got the vapors.
Yeah.
I could
I
flash
just
of genius
need a
that.
nice-
I'm just sitting here like, I feel like there's something I could do here.
I just need a nice sweet tea and some peach pie.
But yeah, I could flash of genius that.
Yeah, if you flash of genius, you will be out of the bear trap.
I slightly forgot flash of genius existed for a second.
So you're saying you should have been Flash of Genius yourself?
Yes, I also should have done that previously. Although I think I rolled like a 2, so...
C-Swab, finally up! You got the right angle, and you pry his tiny little leg out of the bear trap. Oslo, your genius has allowed you to wiggle yourself free, and C-Swab shields you from arrows with a storm. C-Swab, what else are you doing? You've used your action.
Yeah, I think that's all I can do for now. I will end my turn.
M, you are shielded from the storm. Rain, you're up! The Ogre Ranger is becoming annoyed and continues to pelt Grabella with arrows. What do you do?
I'm annoyed. Rain sits there, just like puts her hands on her hips, all indignant. I'm right here. What am I not good enough for you?
Smash.
Stab. Rain stab.
Rain stab. A 28 will hit. The Ogre Ranger is not very good at hiding in plain sight when somebody is right next to him.
We'll throw the green flame blade on this one. Just
Okay.
keep it consistent.
31 slashing and fire damage, a combination of the two. The Ogre Ranger gets lit up. The bow catches on fire. Oh, you barely hit him with that one. You managed to hack off a decent quantity of ribs with your second strike, and the Ranger goes kind of teetering to one side. Slightly cattywampus.
And also Mind Sliver.
He fails his int save. He's not very smart. And the Ogre Ranger skeleton staggers, holding his head that contains no brain, but still stands.
Yep, I bet you regret not shooting me with your bow now, don't you?
Kill.
Why won't Senpai Skeleton Archer notice me?
Rain is definitely Sundara. Yeah,
The Ogre Ranger skeleton teeters, only being held up by tiny little fractions of his spine that you've chipped away at. What do you do?
I believe that is all of Rain's things. That's it.
Grabella, you're up. The threat of bear traps lingers in the muddied grass. How does she dodge all of them?
Diagonal.
You will have to go one more.
No.
And you'll have to be able to see him as well. You'll have to make me a perception check, Grabella.
Oh. He's so
He
big,
is
though.
stealthed. Let me check his stealth check again. Ogre Ranger Skeleton. That was the. I'm scrolling. 23 is what you need to beat. Corbella, you cannot see him. He's hiding amongst the rubble. If you wish to try and attack him, it will be with disadvantage this turn.
I was just gonna set the room on fire, but
that is also fine. You can attack with your ace with disadvantage, or you can start burning things. Just as a reminder, though, cannot cast spells, but you can fire breath while raging.
We'll try disadvantage. See how it goes.
That'll still hit a 22 as you swing. He almost manifests from the shadows. And it's a very satisfying crunch when that flail hits. An extra 9 damage. Jesus, the disadvantage still hits! He cannot hide from you in the darkness. Extra 20 damage! All you hear as you swing wildly is the very satisfying sound of flail on bone. Crunch, crunch! You're so delightfully dry.
Bonus action, I need to hit myself. Chug a potion.
Alright. Chug, chug. Normal potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2. Alright, Grabella, you regain 6 HP. You'll have to do that yourself.
By the way, I'm in really bad shape, but I think I'm killing something.
And that will end her turn. If Grabella gets hit, like, again, she's down for the count, so.
Except she's not, because she can't. Well, she's angry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Forever raging.
But it's still not an ideal state to be in. I don't want Grabella to never receive heals again.
The ranger crawls out of the shadows, looking cracked and beaten from the flail that Grabella was swinging around in his happy little house. He's thinking. Thinking? The ranger skeleton whispers and hisses some magical words. He casts Blur on himself. Attack rolls against him are made with disadvantage. But if something can see through illusions, like with True Sight, they would attack normally. Grabella, he's going to try and move out of your threat range. Do you want to take an attack of opportunity? Yeah, Grabella?
Yes. Remind me how I do that. Do I just use a normal weapon? Or...
Yeah, you just attack. With disadvantage, you still hit! Why, God? Oh, and he drops concentration! His blur is gone! The order
Why,
is
God,
low.
she says that she's rolled like 3 crit rolls today.
He will still try and scamper out of at least Grabella's reach. He will take his full move. Where is he? Oh, here.
Has anybody even seen the flag yet?
Not yet.
No,
Oslo.
we still have so much of this that we haven't been through.
Yeah.
You're up. C-Swab's warding winds keeps you protected, and no arrows have come to your location. What do you do?
We'll begin by having Cannon move up. Cannon doesn't see anything. I'm out of one bear trap, so we might as well see if we can find another one, right?
Yes, walk through the bear traps, Kozlo. Is that safe? Is this safe? Who knows? Oh, lucky you.
Alright, we still don't see anything. We do see Grabella. I can't... How far away is Grabella?
Bella's 35 feet from you.
Okay. Can I have Kozlo give the phase spider a healing grenade and have the phase spider run it over to Grabella?
Yes.
Okay. Because I do have the ability to cast touch spells through my familiar. So the way this is literally going to work is Kamikaze phase spider with healing grenade.
Hello.
Phase spider.
Hey, little buddy.
Hi, friend.
I need you to take this
Yes.
and run over to her over there and just smear it all over her, okay?
Like web? As if she
Yeah,
were
yeah.
a bug in a cocoon?
Sure, yeah, whatever works. Just get a whole lot of it on it.
I will wrap her in your gooey ooiness.
Yeah.
I hate all of this.
HR?
So phase
I
spider.
need HR.
Phase Spider hasn't gone through HR training yet.
Phase spider can run over there, and that will allow Kozlo. I don't know if it's going to let me through the automation, but it should allow Kozlo to cast.
Might not. You can give it a try, though. Target Grabella and do it.
Yeah, we're going to cast Cure Wounds. Yeah, it says my target is 35 away, my range is 75.
That's fine. Go ahead and just do it manually. Whatever Cure Wounds will do. Kozlo, you can hear in your head the spider talking to Grabella.
Hello, friend of friend.
I cannot cast Cure Wounds without a target, so I would have to, like, heal myself or something.
Oh, no, just do it totally manually. So whatever Cure Wounds does,
Oh,
I think it's like 3d8 or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to read it real quick because I'm not up level it. So it's 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. I'm going to cast it at level 2. So it will be 2d8 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. 2d8 plus 4, Grabella. I'm gonna heal you for 12 HP. Kozlo's phase spider crawls up your leg and starts to apply some salve to your wounds. It binds with the web and closes them quite neatly.
There you go.
Salve is a very generous description of the general appearance and viscosity of what Kozlo uses to heal people.
Gross. It's like sticky gum. Grabella, you are covered in a spider, and also some sticky healing goo that tingles in a good way.
I just want to say I love this Phase Spider voice so much.
Is friend.
And I can actually see what the phase spider sees. So I see the skeleton. Okay.
Yeah, you can, if you can see through the phase spider's eyes, which I believe you can, make sure, yep, you have the permissions. If you click on it, you should be able to see everything that it sees.
Oh, hold on. I have to use an action to see through its eyes. So.
Okay.
Unless there's something special about Warlock shit that I don't remember, but I genuinely don't remember that.
That's
no,
fine.
wait, it was my invocation.
Anything else with your round, Kozlo?
Oh, I can communicate telepathically with my familiar and perceive through my familiar's senses as long as we're on the same plane of existence.
Oh, well, there you go. And peering through your phase spider's eyes, you can see that the ogre ranger skeleton has escaped somewhere to the north and is outside of the building that Wangdoodle peppered with a fireball. What would you like to know?
Give me that sucker's health bar.
Sounds good. There you go. And if you look through your phase spider's eyes, you can see that he's quite wounded.
All right. Phase spider is gonna be. We're gonna use phase spider for something.
What's your boy doing?
Well, he's already done this round, so I'm done.
The ogre ranger skeleton that Rain is trapped in the building desperately drops his bow and arrow to the ground and pulls out a massive great club. The club is peppered with shattered bones that stick out from all sides like massive mace. And with a hiss, he swings it wildly at Rain. He will do so with disadvantage. A swing and a miss. The great club goes wide, unable to hit Rain's shifting form. He will do so again. Swinging wide, he again misses. Hisses in frustration, kicking at his burnt green flame blade, burnt bow and arrow. He cannot escape. Wangdoodle, you're up.
Oh, good. Really contributing to a lot here.
Oh, Wangdoodle, you step on a bear trap.
Of course I do.
I'm gonna put you back there. Give me a dex
we
save.
got this. Ready?
Failed?
And you know what? We're gonna flash a genius ourselves. Just knock that out.
Pure genius. All right, Wangdoodle, flash of genius yourself. Ah, you should have known. There was definitely a bear trap there. You lift up your leg at the last moment. The bear trap snaps and disappears. It goes inactive. Wangdoodle, continue your turn.
Okay. Here. Yeah. Okay. I can see Corbella. How many of these do I still have? I'm going to move the cannon furthest back and get it up to Grabella's spot with everyone's favorite spell, Vortex Warp.
Oh yeah. You gonna warp him into place?
Oh yeah, we are.
Nice. All right, cannon fails.
Where? Oh, you know what? That's in line of sight.
Anywhere you can see.
That's perfect. Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Grabella, out of nowhere in the ether, Wangdoodle's cannon appears in the building that you're in.
Oh, thank God.
shimmy that one up to a point where it has absolutely no input whatsoever. And then can't see over there, so we'll have cannon shimmy over, try to get some line of sight. I don't even have the cannon's line of sight. I have no idea what's over here. Like here I cannot see at all.
I'm gonna move him slightly out of the wall.
Alright, we're just gonna stand guard there because I cannot. I can see here and I can see here and in between nothing. At least as the cannon.
Is the cannon? Hold on, let me look at his vision. Oh, yeah, 1 second. What is your... What is it, dark vision 60? Your cannon doesn't
mine... Yes, I think mine's dark vision 60.
I don't think your cannon sees, because you don't see through your cannon. It's just, you have to direct it to what you can see. So I think from your vantage point, you can't see the ranger skeleton. And the only reason why it can see what it sees is because its shield is generating a small amount of light.
Yeah. Originating from the cannon. Yep, okay. Well, in that case, if we're going blindly into the abyss, it's really only one thing to do.
Just blast.
Just blast. So that's what we're gonna do.
No.
Oh, I'm in the car. You can't.
Wangdoodle, you hit nothing. The flame goes
Perfect.
Away from everything. There are no targets to save. You managed to burn a bush, though.
You know what? That's progress. We'll take that. Cannot see anything else to target, which is rather unfortunate.
I think this is where Kozlo has one up on you, because you have 2 cannons, but they use your vision. But he has a familiar, which he can use his vision and then use that vision to also aim the cannon. But his cannons are just weaker than yours because he's level 12 artificer and you are 15. So you guys have your strengths and weaknesses.
I gotta get my own drone.
You do.
Gotta get a drone up there. All right, we're done this round.
Sea Swab, you're up. The storms still rage around you.
They're gonna keep raging around me.
Also, I'm gonna make that bear trap go away as it is no longer active.
Kill still Rain's kill.
Yeah, can you see him from there?
I can see him.
Yeah, blast him!
How far is he is the question?
And he, so you are
60 feet is not bad.
65 feet.
Easy.
Talking a lot of shit for somebody in lightning bolt range.
Right?
Right.
It's a nice, accurate attack.
The problem is that if I use a spell attack, it's also a disadvantage because my warding wing.
That is true. He's a big target. You can roll the dice. Or maybe only something that forces him to save.
double checking. That's only for spell attacks. Boo. Boo, I say. Can't see what Grabella and Wayne are fighting. Actually, I should be able to get this off.
Yeah, you actually have the longest sight range in the party now. 120 feet of dark vision. Okay, where are you gonna put that shatter in order to not hit Rain?
Gotta measure.
Oh yeah, he's 65 feet, so you're gonna have to put it in a place you can see. This square you cannot see. This square you can see.
Is there a square?
Yeah, you might actually hit Rain, no matter what you do. 10-foot radius sphere, you might be able to plop it here.
Did that hit there?
There is a hole in the wall, like right here. That might do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, that's too far though. It's only.
Yeah, too far.
Yep.
Lame.
You maxed out your move already?
Yeah.
You gotta have something. Crossbow?
I mean, if I'm gonna crossbow disadvantage, I might as well cast something.
Fair. Probably a cantrip if you don't want to take the risk of losing a spell slot, but you are a sorcerer.
Firebolt.
Firebolt!
Oh, that was a disadvantage, but it doesn't matter.
That'll miss! Goes a little awry thanks to the winds and is knocked off course.
I thought we've established that fire and winds are strong.
Only if it's
Too soon?
swirling together.
Too soon?
Too soon.
SoCal resident here can confirm.
That'll end my turn. I can't really do anything else.
At least you're protected.
I
Rain!
couldn't see that. I couldn't see that skeleton ranger, so I wasn't sure.
Rain, as at the start of your turn, the ogre ranger skeleton is on the brink of death. But before I can give you the satisfaction of victory, it is actually game time. It's 9 o'clock. And that will be the end of today's session as you are making your way forward through the violence of Violet's nightmare, peppered with arrows as large as small trees, a boulder the size of a large boulder. You are managing to whittle down these ranger skeletons, but where is the black banner? And what could possibly be protecting it? We will find out next week as we continue with Vanix's nightmares. Thank you guys for all showing up today. As always, lovely and great to play with you. I will see you all next week, and I will see my goblin with a fat ass players on Wednesday. Sound good?
All right.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for showing up today.
Good night.
Night.
Breaking ass Wednesday or something.
Breaking
Oh, whatever
ass
they say.
Wednesday. All right, everybody. That is it for Arctis today. Whoa. Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all being here. Will our party find the Black Banner next session? Or what will they have to fight in order to get to it? Could it possibly be worse than these lightning blasting ranger skeletons? We shall see. Catch all of our VODs in full at Arctis DD. Watch our shorts and our funny moments from each session at Play Arctis on Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And I'm your damn Zarina. Hey, apparently I had a problem talking today. Couldn't get my words out earlier, but started to flow. Apologies. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thank you, chat, Bree Baby, etc. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate everybody. We will be playing Goblin with a Fat Ass on Wednesday with a big group of people. Show up. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you all. And I will catch you next time.